This is the Transformers The Last Night Premier Edition Leader Class Dragonstorm featuring Dragonicus and Stormrain. Both figures are in the Voyager class scale, and they combine to form a Leader Class Dragonstorm figure. Now, this set is part of the second wave of Leader Class figures for the Last Night toy line. Each case contains one Dragonstorm and one Megatron. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. It is fantastic. Great artwork right there. Not exactly movie accurate. If you've seen the movie, he is more silver than red. But I do love this rendition. I wish it were that way in the movie. Kind of looks like it though. But I could have sworn it looks more silver in the movie than red. Comes with a set of instruction that is as clear as mud. Absolutely useless set of instructions. I'm not going to mutilate it, don't worry. You give it one glance and I'm pretty sure you can figure out the transformation on your own without the instructions. The instructions will serve as a guide. Hasbro did a wonderful job with the engineering of this figure. It's not perfect, but it is an absolutely fun toy to have and to play with, especially in the Premier Edition. For those of you who like a more complicated Transformer toy, this is absolutely fantastic. This is a great gimmick that Hasbro has come up with, albeit it's not movie accurate. Dragonstorm is composed of 13 Autobot or knights, Transformer knights that morph into Dragonstorm, but having two distinct knights that form a dragon is a great concept for this toy line. It's certainly not a novel idea. Hasbro has done these sort of pair combiners before in other lines, but this one, it's a very refreshing take on that. So let's get right to it. Let me just stand him up. This is Dragonicus. He is an absolutely fantastic looking figure. Very solid in robot mode. He comes with two knight's swords. Look very cool. Sorry, excuse me, Stormrain. Let's just stand him up. Two swords that are the knight's sword. Apparently, ancient Cybertronians also had those knights, those weapons that the knights had. Look at that, it stores nicely there. Also in alt mode, that's how it's going to be stored. So let's take that off for now. But very nice. The detail on the figure, there's a ton of paint apps on the torso itself that really give it that weathered armor look to the knight. Very nice. The other parts they just look very pristine, as though unscathed, but this is, except for the biceps, but this area right here has most of the weathering paint apps, and I love it. The head sculpt is great. Kind of reminds me of a robot, sci-fi robot, but it doesn't matter. I love it. I love this sculpt. The wings sort of act like a cape for him. If it's just too distracting for you, you can always fold it back so it's not too ostentatious or too obtrusive for any poses you want it to have. He's got the dragon heads here. I was lucky enough to get solid ones. We'll talk about that later. But very nice as a figure. Articulation for this figure, obviously he will not have torso articulation because of transformation. He's got a ball jointed neck, ball jointed shoulders, bicep swivel, hinge elbows, and a bit of a hinge wrist because of transformation. Ratcheting hip joints, ball hinge hips, thigh swivel, hinge knees, double hinge knees if you want, and ball jointed ankles, mainly because it's a dragon ankle. So very nice. Asymmetric armor, not too bad. I'm happy with that. And I really like this one. It's a very solid figure. It is obviously the better figure between the two. However, having said that, I do like the aesthetics of Stormrain much better than Dragonicus, or Dragonicus, whatever you pronounce that name. Dragonicus? Dragonicus. He's a more solid figure. There's the kibble compresses nicely. There's hardly any gaps. This one, on the other hand, has tons of gaps and kibbles. But I still love the aesthetics on this one more than Dragonicus. I don't know why, but he does work for me. He's about the same height as Dragonicus, and he comes with a mace, which can also store at the back, just like that. Get rid of that. Very nice. And again, just like Dragonicus, Storm Rain has most of his paint apps weathering right here. It's not as complicated as Skeletron, but it's okay. It serves its purpose. It feels a little bit incomplete on this one than this one. This one, like, really, they did a good job with this one. This one feels they could have added more grays just to blend in with the beige, but it looks great as it is. Head sculpt, I love this one a heck of a lot better than this one. It kind of looks corny with those two red dots just behind that mask, but I love this kind of mask more than that one. The black and silver color combination really works for me with this figure. There's more. This one works as well, but I do love the aesthetics of this one for some reason more than this one. But both figures are great as Voyager class figure. His articulation, he's got a ball jointed neck, ball jointed shoulder, bicep swivel, hinge elbow, no torso articulation obviously because of transformation, just regular ball hinge hips, thigh swivel, hinge knees that go up to there, a little bit of a foot articulation because of transformation. Now for size comparison, let's bring in big badass Megatron. This is a Voyager class figure. As you can see, they scale nicely. He's a little bit taller. He's about 1/4 inch taller, or 1/2 inch taller than him, 1/4 inch than him. And they stand, this one is about 6 3/4. He's about 7, just a little over 7 inches. And he's about the same, 6 3/4 inches tall. So very, very nice. Paint apps, articulation, details, fantastic. So let's get them, both of them, into the Dragon Storm Dragon mode, alt mode. Let's start with this guy because he's the easier one to transform. And essentially they don't have their own alt mode. Now their combined mode, their Gestalt mode, I suppose, can become their unofficial alt mode, I suppose, but they don't have any official alt modes in their own, okay? Because in the movie, the alt mode is the combined mode. So, all right, to transform this guy, go ahead and rotate the arms inward, like that. Fold the fists in, like this. Open this one up, fold the fist in, and unfold that dragon head. Very nice. Now you'll notice that the shoulders are a little bit wobbly. And that's because this backpack is not doing a good job at keeping it, tabbing it in. It still moves, but that's okay. Okay. Next thing you want to do, just prep the arms for transformation. Rotate the hips to his right, so like this. Make sure it clears that. I don't think you can, yeah, you can't, oh, you can, but rotate your guide is to his right. Make sure that the hips clear that armor piece so you don't break anything, all right? And then fold the legs outward like that. And then you can go ahead and unfold the tail section. Now in packaging, when you buy this figure, he comes mistransformed like this. The legs are like that to form the tail. That's how he comes in packaging. The proper way of transforming it in Dragon mode is you flip this up, and it's like Combiner Wars. And then there are notches there for this peg, that flat peg right there, that you just squeeze in like that. Fold the foot like that, and there is, that legs are transformed into his tail. Okay, go ahead and collapse this backpack, and it should close in nicely onto the legs. This peg shoots into that notch right there, And if it does, then you've done a good job at transforming that tail section. All right. Now for the arms, rotate the head inward. Now these shoulder section is going to compress over the head, just like that. Then fold the elbow this way, 90 degrees. It should stay just right there. And then this one just opens up just a little bit. And it should nestle nicely right like that. Okay. And that's it. This is, oh, sorry. Am I missing so? Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. So this is the sort of unofficial alt mode. He's like a Nessie dragon, like a serpent dragon, like a sea serpent dragon or something like that. That's the unofficial alt mode. So my bad. What am I doing? There we go. This is the unofficial. You'll know it's correct when the tail, the feet are pointed this way, and the tail is pointed, the fins of the tail is pointed upward. That's the correct transformation. And the head should be facing the same direction. So this is like his... Okay. Enough of that nonsense. Let's turn this other guy into his gestalt mode. Okay, so to do so, again, fold the arms inward like this. Like this. Go ahead and open this flap and fold out the head. Incidentally, that head is made of the soft PVC material. So for safety reasons, I suppose. But the neck part, which is the controversial part, is made of a very hard, albeit maybe brittle plastic, as some reviewers have shown. It can break, so be careful with that. This one's very soft, though. Okay. All right. Then do the legs. What you want to do is rotate the legs this way. Okay. And then fold the heel spurs or the feet inward. And what you want to do is, okay, the next step should be to detach these this way, but they tend to flop about. So I would normally fold up the legs before detaching it, but just to show you guys, it's better if you detach it first. And then there is a peg right here that shoots into that notch right there. Just follow the shape of the leg, the dragon leg, fold up that knee and tab that panel right there. Fold this like this and you're ready to go. Do the same on the other side. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, like that. Fold it like this and like this. Okay, and it's just going to stay off to the side like that, okay? And then, this is the tricky part, the torso transformation. The trickiest part is, I think, splitting the chest without feeling like you've broken it or something. I start from the bottom, and then gingerly just open it this way. Just be very careful, because I'm pretty sure over time, these tabs are the first to go. I'm pretty sure. Over time, they get brittle. So, fold the head down like that, and then do the arms. It's better if you fold out the chest this way. So let's start one at a time. Just rotate that entire shoulder assembly like that. Unfold the dragon arms like this. Keep it like that. Rotate the neck this way, and that's that. Or the arms. That's that. Do the same on the other side. This one is a little bit tricky. Okay, because of the head getting in the way, so I just do it this way. Okay. All right, everybody got that? And he's ready to receive Storm Rain. But again, as I said, you can have that unofficial alt mode, dragon alt mode. He can be like a two-headed dragon if you wish, and you can combine the legs or something. Do whatever you want to do. Open the wings like that, and there you go. That's his dragon. Oh, yeah, unofficially. Okay, let's get Storm Rain in. Okay, as you can see, this is the cavity where Storm Rain is going to fit in. There's a tab right there for there. But I found out this, on my copy, it does not tab in flush on that peg hole. What my guide is you just fit this panel right here, make sure it fits in between right here, and then this bit of a spiky shoulder piece fits into that notch right there. If you align it properly, also the flat part of his hindquarters must be flush or flat onto this flat part right here. So just clear the legs. Should just fit nicely like that. Okay, don't worry if they don't tab in or anything like that. What's important is you should be able to close, you should be able to close the chest cavity of Dragonicus over the chest cavity of Stormreign with ease. If you can do that without anything like popping up or popping out or what. Hold on, I just want to make sure. I don't want to break anything. Okay, so just flat right there. You see that part right there? Should be flat. I should be flush. Okay, just fold and tab right there, tab right there, and there you go. Should be stable and steady. And we're almost done. Last thing you want to do is there are tabs right here in his rear section. You tab them right there in those holes. So just fold up this part, and they tend to pop off when you're posing the. I found when you're posing the figure, they do tend to pop off a lot. So not as tight as I want it to be, but yeah. And there we go. There is Dragonstorm in his alt mode. Dragon alt mode, and he is fantastic, and it's easy to stand him up. I found I didn't have a hard time doing so in the upright position, of course. Let me just join the legs together, put the arms down just like in the movie, and yeah, he stands up nicely. Hardly any issues of him falling down or anything like that, but he looks fantastic. I love this figure, and you get to see a lot of the movie accurate sculpting and design on the back part. This part obviously is not that and that, but this one you get to see that morphed dragon form. You get to see more on his hands, on his neck. In articulation for the dragon mode, he's got the joints that I've already shown you for the arms, the legs of Dragonicus, the arms, the head. They have the articulation of the arms of the Voyager class figures. And I'm trying to be very gingerly, moving them gingerly because I don't want to break it. I've seen the video that shows that the neck broke, so I'm just being very nice, being very careful with it. But it is a fun figure to pose. And make sure you be very careful when you're transforming the figure. You don't want any accidents the first time around. Okay, and for size comparison, excuse me, we have not another leader class, but we do have a Dinobot that did not appear in the movies. We've got what's his name? Sludge? No, not Sludge. For the life of me, I can't even remember his name. I call him Sludge anyway. So yeah, there. Not bad. They scale nicely with the other Dinobots. I'm sure it'd scale nicely with the leader class Grimlock, which I've already sold mine, so I don't have it to show you. I don't have any figure to show you. Okay, so with that being said, last thing you want to do is put the weapons. You can store the weapons right here if you want, but it will ruin the aesthetic. The other sword goes here. Yeah, it does kind of ruin the aesthetic, but you want to store the weapons. That's where you want to put it, right there. Okay. All right. So wingspan is 12.5 inches tip to tip. From head to the tail is 14.5 inches, and from head to toe in this erect position, he is about 8.5 inches tall. So let me just put it right there. And with that, we are going to end this video. It is an absolutely fantastic set. Very, very nice. Well done, Hasbro. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And I hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Transformers The Last Knight Premier Edition Leader Class Dragonstorm. Thanks for watching.